as high performers, high achievers, that's the part that stresses us out. That's the part that causes us anxiety. You're trying to figure it all out on your own, and it's taking longer than normal, okay? And my whole thought process around this is, if there's somebody who has achieved the thing that I want to achieve, why wouldn't I just go to them? Why would I repeat the same mistakes? Why would I take the same amount of time or longer that they took to achieve the thing, and they already have the answer? Hey guys, it's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. I've helped hundreds of creative entrepreneurs and business owners to take back their free time, generate additional revenue, and celebrate while living that work from anywhere lifestyle through creating online courses and digital education. So I'm super excited that you guys are here. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Master one thing at a time. Practice makes better. And this has to work. Right? Let's get it. Hello. What is going on? Awesome party peeps. It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. And today, let's get into this topic, create your own economy. This specific episode goes out to my entrepreneurs, my business owners, my folks who have created side hustles, okay, and are still working a 9-to-5 or still working in corporate. My heart goes out to y'all because I remember what that was like. And so it's part of the reason and the story behind Jump First, because for a long time I was working in corporate, trying to balance my ideas, my vision, and also trying to move it forward, but still like working on somebody else's dream. And for me, I'm not advising you, please don't hop off of here and say, Dr. Sonia told me to quit my job today, because that's not what I'm saying, okay? For me, I'm telling you my story. What happened for me is I had to quit. I had to take the jump. And again, that's part of the story behind Jump First, right? Jump First is founded on my faith, Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And so for me, it was taking a lot of time and energy and resources to try to create my own lane and sustain, my path forward towards my dream, while also still holding on to the work that was required for me to help further along somebody else. And so it was also one of the reasons that I created a few years ago this movement called the 9 to Thrive movement, because again, I know a lot of folks who are in that space of, the uncertainty around not having a job, not, being able to pay bills or being able to afford the lifestyle that we enjoy so much. And there's uncertainty, there's fear, there's, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if it's not enough, right? And it's like, I can't leave this space because I'm comfortable. And I know we hate that word too, because we're like, we don't want to be comfortable. So it's like a catch-22 every time we think about it, right? Like leaving the job and also starting this new thing, and we don't know how the new thing is going to work out, and we have this security here. But what I started to find in my own journey was that it wasn't that secure. I mean, when I got fired from one of my 9-to-5s, I realized that I could be let go for anything, restructuring. It could be something that was completely outside of the control of my managers or CEOs, but also it could be something that's within their control. The reason I got fired was a whole bunch of nothing, okay? It was a whole bunch of, when it all came down to it, it was, I feel like that space felt a little threatening, right? Or something like that. Like, it was all because I told them I got my PhD, and people felt a way that I got my PhD on that particular job. And so I never really fit into the corporate atmosphere or climate. What's going on, J-Man? It's good to see you on. Hello. If you're watching this on the Jump First Academy YouTube channel, by the way, and you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, like button, bell notifications, so you know when more episodes like this drop and we can hang out live. I love my Philly fans in the building. Okay, Eagles all day long, go Birds. What's going on, Maddox? It's good to see you. But yeah, so getting back to this particular episode, create your own economy. And so again, this goes out to my folks who are still working 9-to-5s or still in corporate, but also you have your own thing going and you're ready to take off. You're ready to accelerate. You don't really want to keep the job. You know that you've got to do something different. You want to make the money though and sustain the lifestyle that you've created for yourself. But also over here, you have this passion. You have something that's pulling at your heartstrings, something, a vision that you really want to see come to fruition. But again, for me, it was that I didn't have the time or energy when I was working the 9-to-5 to put into moving my vision forward. And so for me, I had to just jump. I had to quit the 9-to-5 and I had to move forward in this direction. Again, disclaimer, I'm not telling you to quit your job today. I'm just telling you my story and what I had to do to make this happen. So for the folks that I work with who are in between, entrepreneurship and still working a 9-to-5, still working in corporate, I created this movement called the 9 to Thrive movement. And this was a few years ago. That movement has transitioned into a movement that I call the Global Authority movement. Okay. Because not only do we want to leave the 9-to-5s, but we want to also see our vision start to expand. And so Global Authority movement created this expansion of vision for my visionaries, my creative entrepreneurs, my folks who are getting it all done, okay? Whether it's, and I don't have children yet, but I totally empathize with a lot of my clients and students who come to me who you're taking care of families, you're still getting degrees, you are working the 9-to-5, you're in corporate, you also have the side hustle, you have the entrepreneurship, the business that you're also running as well, and you are tired, okay? You are burnt out, as they say, or coming to the end of your rope, and you are trying to figure out how to do this thing because there's a vision that you have that won't let go, okay? And that's what happened to me. No matter how hard I tried or how many jobs I tried to fill the space with, I still had a vision. I still had to make sure that this thing came to fruition because it wouldn't let go. It was what I thought about when I went to bed. It's what I thought about when I woke up, and still to this day, same thing. It's when I think about this all the time because I totally enjoy what it is that I do. And if that is you, I'm encouraging you to seek out mentorship, okay? Like, let's keep it all the way real. I know that as high performers, high achievers, we know that we have the capacity to figure things out. But again, how much time is that going to take? How many resources, okay, are you going to have to use up in order to make that thing happen? And if this is something that you're passionate about, something that keeps pulling at your heart, I keep a mentor because I can't just, I just don't want to. Okay, let me say this. I don't want to waste time. I can't see myself wasting time. And when I started this journey, I wasted a bunch of time. I wasted a bunch of money doing things that I was not even supposed to be doing because I wasn't even in that space or that season yet for my business. I wasted a bunch of energy, okay, on tasks, just activities, just things. And for the first, I would say about a year and a half, 2 years into my business, I was stressed out. Like, I was making the money. We were doing a consistent 10K, 15K a month. And before we started growing to consistent 20K a month, 30, 40, 50K, I was stressed and burnt out. Finally, I found the systems that enabled us to continue to grow. Okay, shameless plug, jumpfirstacademy.org in order to get started. But I was burnt out. Like, so even though I was doing, 6 figures in my business, I was doing consistent 10K a month, like my face, like you could see it in my face. I took a still shot of one of the meetings that I was in, and my face was like completely like, what am I doing? It looked like I needed to go to sleep. It looked like I needed to start the day again. And I started looking like that and feeling like that every single day because I was just spinning my wheels. I was doing things that weren't actually moving my business forward. They were actually just keeping us going in the same place. It's like running in place, And so I needed to change that. I needed to switch that. And that's where the idea for the 9 to Thrive movement was born, which again has been reformed to the Global Authority movement because I'm all about elevation, acceleration, and just expanding vision and holding that vision for you, right? And so that's what a lot of mentors are doing for me. And that's what mentorship is really about. It's about finding someone who has walked the same path, who has experienced some of the challenges or have some relevant experiences similar to you, who can hold your vision for you, but also help you expand the vision so you can see what is really possible, okay? And again, letting go of this need to try to figure everything out on your own. Again, as high performers, high achievers, that's the part that stresses us out. That's the part that causes us anxiety. You're trying to figure it all out on your own, and it's taking longer than normal, okay? And my whole thought process around this is, if there's somebody who has achieved the thing that I want to achieve, why wouldn't I just go to them? Why would I repeat the same mistakes? Why would I take the same amount of time or longer that they took to achieve the thing and they already have the answer? I mean, it just really blows my mind sometimes when I sit back and think about how I put all that pressure on myself unnecessarily when I got started. And also I empathize again with high performers and high achievers, because we have a tendency, like that's the way our brain goes initially, is just to figure stuff out, right? We're very independent. And so I empathize a lot with my high performers, and that's why I create my programs specifically for high performers, because you don't have to go through that. You don't have to go through all that stress. But what you do have to do is you're gonna have to invest, okay? And typically there's a financial investment. I had a mentor when I first got started who told me this, and I never forgot it. You're always going to invest. You're either investing time, you're investing money, or you're investing energy. You just have to pick what is the investment that you want to make in order to skip, okay, the other investments, okay? And it's not that you're not gonna, if you invest money, you're not ever gonna have to put in time, you're not ever gonna have to put in energy, or you're not ever gonna make a mistake, but you take less time and make less mistakes to get the result that you actually want. Maddox says, me as a high achiever, I get stressed a lot. Yeah, okay, I totally get it. It's just, and it's also in our DNA, okay? It's in our DNA. We feel like sometimes it feels normal to us. Like that's how it's supposed to feel, because the things that we want to accomplish or achieve are supposed to be hard, right? Like, no, it doesn't have to be hard. You can take the easy way and just, again, work with somebody who has the result that you want. That's not cheating. That is not cheating. I know for my high performers and high achievers, like that's what we think. Like it's a cheat, you know, we're cheating ourselves, we're cheating the process. But no, yeah, it is a cheat code, but it's like, it's not you cheating yourself, because again, you still have to put in the work, okay? You still have to put in the work required, and it's not to say that you're never gonna make a mistake, but now we make informed decisions, informed mistakes, okay? Because we have the information, we also have the accountability of someone who has achieved the thing that we want to achieve. Kaden, what's going on, says, what do I invest? It depends on what your goals are and what it is that you want. I can tell you for Jump First, we have many programs that are geared toward helping you package what it is that you know, your expertise, and put them into premium courses. So when we talk premium courses, we're talking elevated impact, but we're also talking elevated profit, okay? So I don't want you to be out here charging $297, $497 for forever, especially for your higher end courses and programs. Like those premium courses and programs, you have paid a lot to know what it is that you know as a high performer, high achiever. You have paid financially, you have paid in mistakes, you have paid in time, you have paid in all of the ways that we have discussed throughout this episode. If you are catching this right now, I suggest you go back and watch the beginning of this episode to really understand some of the nuances around what it means to really step out on faith, okay, and take that jump. And so you've invested all of these things. Why not charge premium prices for them? There are people who are looking for the solutions that you have right now, and they want to skip the mistakes. They want to skip the extra time that it would take to get to where it is that they want to go, okay? And so put a premium price tag on it. You've already paid the price for these things, the things that you know. And sometimes, a lot of times, it's unfortunately, we have these traumatic experiences, right? So psychologically, emotionally, we're paying, financially, like, y'all, we paid for traditional education, okay? And with no problem. So you shouldn't be willing to negotiate how much you are going to be willing to invest in your dreams, your vision, the thing that is laid on your heart. There is no amount of money that somebody can pay me that will make me go work for somebody else's dream ever again. Number one, like the money, I make more money, okay? Working for myself, working on my own dream. But number two, and you can too, okay? Number two, it's not as fulfilling to work on somebody else's dream as it is your own. Now, I understand this isn't for everybody. We're always going to have a workforce. There are always going to be people who want to be employees, okay, and want to work for someone else. That's not my audience. My audience are my high performers, my high achievers, my people who are working for somebody else right now, but you don't want to. Okay, let's be for real. You don't want to. And so I got to always keep it real with y'all. So there are different programs to answer your question, Kaden. which I appreciate that question. There are different programs that we offer that will help you move forward. The program that I suggest most people start with, especially if you're in that space of trying to move out of corporate and move into creating your own economy with courses and coaching programs and mentorship programs, they're never going to go out of style. I don't care what anybody else on the internet is talking about. Courses are not dead. Mentorship programs are not dead. People will always want to learn. And like I said, skip mistakes, skip the time, skip the energy and the wasted money, okay, to learn what it is that they know faster so that they can go faster. And I think that self-education is on pace, on track to actually outpace traditional education very soon. All right. So with that being said, the place that I would get started is a global authority movement. As I talked about earlier, I'm very excited to be bringing it back. We're going to do it for 3 days live. I'm going to show you exactly how to figure out what your topic is, solidify that, and then move into the space of starting to pre-sell your courses. So you know that it's going to sell before you ever even create it. And then I'll show you in an extra 1-day mastermind how you can create your course content in a day. Okay. So there's a general admission option and there's a VIP option. General admission is $397. That's it. That's the investment. And then to upgrade to VIP, I believe is $497. You can check it out at jumpfirstacademy.org/global. Okay, that's where you get started. So you make that initial investment as a real quick one, a small investment, so you can see how everything works and also start getting the momentum for your courses going forward. And then from there, you decide what your path is forward. I have people who have made that return in a weekend. They've done $1,500 in a weekend just from that training. Jumpfirstacademy.org/global is where you want to go in order to jump into the global authority movement. I love y'all so much. Let me go grab Chestnut. The links are down below in the description as well. Again, jumpfirstacademy.org/global for the movement. Other than that, I love y'all. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Please keep believing in you because I believe in you. And Chestnut, thank you for your debut. I'll catch y'all later. Have an amazing Friday. Bye, y'all.